Hello, y'all. It's 9:31 p.m. and it's 76 degrees right now. I know it's August 2nd right now. So it's August, and I know last night it was hot. I was still hot last night, so it dropped down from 82 and now it's 76 degrees. And I have a sleeveless shirt on, and now I'm feeling cold. I mean, I feel cold at 76 degrees. So I'm about to get underneath my sleeping bag, and they say it's not supposed to rain tonight, but I thought it was earlier. They were saying it was supposed to rain, and it rained. It did rain a little bit earlier. I got caught in the rain, and it wasn't pouring, but it was raining. And so I got caught in the rain, but I didn't get too wet. And I ate dinner. And even though I had a rough morning, for dinner, somebody was, the waitress was generous enough that she didn't charge me for the ice cream. So, that was the highlight of my day. So, I mean, it's like, it's supposed to rain like at least early tomorrow morning and all day tomorrow, and I think all day Thursday. I mean, all day Wednesday and all day Thursday. I mean, I don't know. I think it's supposed to rain all week this week. So, I still don't have housing. I'm still on the streets. I don't even know. It's like, I thought about, well, if I would have still been locked up in the hotel room, the extended stay cheap hotel, I probably wouldn't even had this job opportunity right now, or riding that far in a cab or something. The cabs are unreliable, and sometimes, most of the time, they take 3 hours to come, and it's hard to get a taxi cab, and you never know what asshole you're gonna get for Uber. So that's pretty difficult too. Banned from riding the buses, and that would, and I mean, if I were to live over by that hotel, that extended stay hotel, for me to have to be at work at 7 in the morning, it's like the bus couldn't from over there. The bus couldn't get me to work by 7 anyway. The way they're scheduled to run, I don't think they would be. So I don't know, but I wouldn't even known about this, this job opportunity if I would have stayed locked up in a hotel. But now I'm on the streets and can't get housing. So if this targeting forced me into this situation of poverty. And the more poor you are, that's the more rules. Y'all ever notice that? The more poor that you are, that's the more rules you have to follow. But the richer you are, that's the less rules you have to follow. And the more you get to own things and not have to be a slave or but it's this, everything's made to be so hard. I mean, even if I would have had a job like this, um, as far back as 2010 or 11. I would have thought of the idea of taking my work money and save up, try to get a work visa or a passport or something, and move the hell out of this country. But nowadays it's too late, I think, and then it's hard to even travel to a different city because of what's going on. So now they're tightening up everything again, and I wish I could be free to express myself and say what I want. They tighten up everything again, and so now they made more restrictions in New Orleans, my hometown. So I couldn't even take a simple, easy trip just to visit. If I, me having my own little work money, I'm feeling kind of homesick, but I don't have any plans anytime soon to go visit my hometown. Plus, it's like as if I'm kicked out of my own hometown, like I'm not welcome back there, So, I mean, pre-COVID, in Gretna part of New Orleans, they have a cheap motel that's $250 a week. And they don't even have motels that cheap here in Pensacola. I mean, they're a little more expensive. Plus, they make you pay a whole $100 incidentals fee. So, if they would have had something in place like that here, I don't know of any, but if they did have a place like that here, I could have I could have I wouldn't even have to worry about searching for an apartment or a house. This job, or a job similar with the pay and everything, I mean, I could just stay in the hotel room, $250 a week, and then only $5 room key. That was in Gretna, but I couldn't even find a job like this here. Over in New Orleans, and so I'm surprised and glad and thankful I have a normal permanent position, because it seemed like there was after 2018. Nobody wanted to hire me for at least 11 and a half years. And then, straight after I graduated from college, nobody wanted to hire me for at least 11 and a half years. And it seemed like after 2018, all I could get was either temp or seasonal positions. It's like, why can't I get a permanent job opportunity and something that's full-time? I'm like, what's up with all these low-wage, part-time, temp, and seasonal positions? That's the only thing I can get, So, potential employers, making like as if, if they say no experience necessary, then they refuse to hire me because I don't have experience. And they scratch their head and wonder what's with the college degree and no job experience, because of me being blacklisted and targeted. But I didn't know that at the time. So, I thought it was just a personal thing because of my disability. I thought it was because of me being black, female, and disabled. I thought it was a personal thing about society treating me a certain way, but I didn't realize other people get treated like this too, and that mentally normal people get treated like this by narcissistic abuse, and then them being targeted individuals and being gang stalked and tortured with the directed energy weapons and stuff like that. It's really frightening. And as I said, I'm angry and frustrated. Why did people stop taking this seriously? Like they take it lightly. Something happened. But, they have people with no degrees who have way better jobs and job opportunities than I do. And my situation, even if I don't tell them about targeting or gang stalking, and they hear my situation, they think there are holes in my story, or that I'm lying, or something's fishy, or something's not right, or something doesn't add up, and they think I'm full of shit and then dismiss me. And I don't even have to mention targeted individual or gang stalking. So I feel shocked and disappointed that all this time there's still been no permanent solution to my situation. It's like if I wouldn't have got wrongfully fired from the other job, when I, like, a few months after I got here, if they wouldn't have set me up and lied on me and wrongfully fired and banned me from that place, I was on the verge, like, of having, finally getting enough money to get my own apartment without opening doors, without Section 8 or none of that. If I could have kept that job, I could have had me a place. But then due to this targeting, they probably would have set me up and evicted me or something like that anyway. Or I probably would have ended up dealing with feeling unsafe and frightened every day and stuff. Like if I'm in the hood and I'm being gang stalked, or in the ghetto area, it's risky confronting the gang stalkers if they're gangster and ghetto and will have a gun, a knife, or who knows what, and shoot and kill you or do you something. And then the torture is even worse because you got to be forced to be silent in order to try to hope that you don't get killed. But it's like you're trying to do whatever you can to make yourself less tortured and try to make them stop the attacks, whatever they're doing to attack you. Why the hell you don't have a right to confront somebody about why they're torturing you, whether it be psychological, mental, physical, any kind of way that they're torturing and abusing you, hitting you with the directed energy weapons if you want to try to make it stop. So it seems like, it's really frightening. It really feels like I'm the only TI left, and that I'm a fool, for still being targeted, and they're making like I'm stupid because I didn't sell out. But then, they're making it like I'm stupid for not selling out and becoming a perp. And I'm still freaking targeted, and everybody's freaking mad at me. So this week, for my off days from work, Wednesday and Thursday, I won't be able to get to go to the beach, and I won't be able to get to rest. And who knows what's going to happen within the next, by the end of the month. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I'm scared and would be afraid to, afraid of the idea of us being on lockdown. I mean, my heart goes out to people who had to experience lockdown by the time of their birthday and they wanted to plan something last year. Say, if it was April of 2020 and they couldn't, and your birthday was April 2020 and you couldn't really do what you wanted because of the lockdowns and everything like that. So now here's August 2021. And bad enough, I had to be by myself. And I'm debating on whether or not to try to celebrate early or, take the risk of just waiting to the end of the, our birthday, the end of the month. Our birthday is at the end of the month. And, our birthday is at the end of the month. And I'm gonna, I have a wish, but I don't know if I can get to succeed at planning my wish, and I'm not gonna publicly say it until after I've completed doing it, But in 2019, for our birthday, I celebrated early, and was forced to celebrate by myself, but I celebrated early. And I went to Fort Walton Beach in Destin, and for the second time, and I went to a water park. I think it was called Big Kahuna or something like that. And it was, to me, I think I like Blue Bayou in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I think I like Blue Bayou much better than Big Kahuna. And I don't know, Big Kahuna was kind of lame. but I mean, it wasn't all that thrilling. But they had this one water slide that we went down, and then now that was the most heart-dropping water slide, but when I went to Big Kahuna, the water slide, I went to Big Kahuna Water Park and I went to the beach. So, but when I went in 2018, went to Fort Walton Beach in Destin, I was in my hometown, New Orleans, and they had a black man at the Greyhound station who was a rude perp who set me up to, he sidetracked and distracted me and got an attitude with me and secretly kept my driver's license. And I didn't realize until after we passed Mobile, Alabama. And then I realized I didn't even have my driver's license, so it was hard for me to get a hotel room, a cheaper one. I had to get an expensive one, and they sent a copy. The hotel asked the Greyhound station for a copy of my driver's license, and so, I had to deal with, that man was a perp who kept my driver's license and sidetracked and distracted me to cause me to forget and rush me and cause me to forget my my driver's license. So I couldn't get to have the experience, the excitement and the happiness that I wanted, and plus cheaper hotel. And then the second time I went to Fort Walton Beach in Destin, I almost couldn't get a hotel room because they didn't want, if I'm not a native of Pensacola, but within 100-mile radius for Fort Walton Beach and Destin, they do not accept you if you quote unquote local, which means if you're within 100-mile radius, hotels don't accept you. in Fort Walton Beach. So, I mean, I can't go to Fort Walton Beach or Destin. I can't go to my hometown, New Orleans, for my birthday. Can't really travel anywhere, So I'm not going to say, I may not get to do anything at all. And guess what? In 2019, I chose to work, and I worked on my birthday in 2019. Despite it was the day after me and my twin sister had, an argument. As I said, she waits till our birthday to pick an argument, for an excuse to justify ignoring me and giving me the silent treatment. And sometimes she'll just flat out wait till around our birthday to start ignoring me for no reason. Or she would pick an argument for an excuse to justify not speaking to me. And she does this every year. So it's like, so I guess, it used to get to me bad enough that I would have emotional and mental breakdowns and, like having mental health crisis of her doing this to me every year. And then now it's like I'm freaking used to it, Either that or she'll wait till the end of the night to call me, or wait till the next day, So I gotta last year we already weren't on speaking terms, and so I tried to celebrate and be happy for our birthday last year, by myself. But at the Quality Inn Hotel, that Stephanie lady and plus another girl was rude to me, and plus they gang stalked me so heavy. Then I tried to go to Denny's and get that free breakfast. They were rude to me and ruined my day, and all about me asking for oatmeal. And that's the same girl, the big girl who freaking threatened me around the time of the same girl that works at that Denny's, and she threatened me around the time when it was Hurricane Sally, around that time, So I don't know. I don't know, cause I'm having mixed feelings. Like, I've heard some people say, "Oh, don't celebrate birthdays because celebrating your birthday is Luciferian worship and narcissism and self-worship and stuff, and that you're not supposed to celebrate your birthday, or it's like you're giving glory to yourself." So I don't know, to celebrate or to not celebrate. I don't know, but you're trying hard to not feel left out. Just like I didn't celebrate Thanksgiving or Christmas or nothing last year, and felt left out, So, but I didn't want to participate in the satanic ritual pagan holidays. If they offend God, then I don't want to celebrate it. But I don't know about the birthday thing. Having mixed feelings, So tonight, I haven't had donuts in a long time. So I had donuts this morning, donuts and milk for breakfast. And I feel bad that, because I had such a rough day and feeling depressed and frustrated and upset and stuff. Sorry for that satanic noise. I had ice cream with my dinner. And I'm like, oh shit, well, I hope nothing bad happens to my body or nothing happened to me tonight. I think I'll be all right tonight. But I had chicken salad for lunch. And I had beef and rice and soup for dinner. You know, I said it like that because I didn't want to give away, with the perps, you know, trying to figure out where I ate at for dinner and what I ate and stuff, So, I'm going to go for now. Thanks for listening to my fat, crazy, ugly ass. And I'll see y'all tomorrow.